What's going on, guys? So interesting video. I was just looking through YouTube, and I don't know if many of you guys have heard of Cassady Campbell trying to look good naked. Anyway, he admitted that he's basically stays on steroids year round, and this is something I want to address because there's this misconception that everybody that's on steroids is going to be massive and have a great physique, whatever. And the reality is most people won't. Your genetics plays a massive role, and Cassady Campbell does not have a great physique by any standards, and he's been on for years. So I'm just going to break it down and basically lay out the facts. So he said that he was taking 500 milligrams of test a week for his first cycle, and he only gained 7 or 8 pounds. That is terrible. Most people will gain that amount of weight on creatine, and it was probably all water because the guy's bloated. The guy, like, he obviously doesn't know what he's doing, diet-wise, training-wise, drug-wise, whatever. I don't know what. Like, there are studies where people are on 300 milligrams test a week. People that were working out, they stopped working out, or it was 300, 600, whatever. Pretty close to what he was doing. He was on 500. People stopped working out that were consistently working out and still gained on average like 13 to 18 pounds. So, and he can't even gain that while training and dieting. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So this shows how naive some people are, and they're just like, oh, I can take this and I'm going to get big. No, you still need to train hard. You still need to eat right. At the end of the day, if you're not eating the food, you're not going to gain any weight. And he obviously, like, and your genetics obviously play a role. You can go on all the gear in the world, and guess what? You're not going to look like David Lade. You're not going to look like Jeff Side. You're not going to look like Ronnie Coleman. You're not going to look like those guys. Most of you will not. And here's why. It's because you don't train like them, you don't eat like them, and you don't have the same genetics as them. And I'm not telling you that you're not going to get big, you're not going to get bigger, stronger, whatever. You will. But your genetics is a limiting factor. And everyone thinks like, oh, it's this magic pill. No, it's not. Like, look at this. This is actual proof. Go take a look at Cassady Campbell. Look at his strength, look at his size. It's not impressive by any standard, especially for somebody that's enhanced at the amount of gear he's taking. That is, so basically what it says is that everyone's hating on people are hating on pro bodybuilders, people hate on Jeff's side, fake natties, whatever. But at the end of the day, they still train hard, they still have to eat right, and they're still getting the results. They're running a business, and they have the genetics that they're going to be able to look a certain way. So it was just an interesting topic, and yeah, but for most people, I did a little bit of research. The average person that takes 500 milligrams test, or 350 milligrams, somewhere between 350, 500, whatever, which is what most people would do for a first cycle. If you do that, the average person will gain about 18 pounds. The average male will gain about 18 pounds of mass. Now, some of that's going to be water. So let's say 13 pounds of muscle. So the average person will gain without even working out. So if your diet is on point, your training is on point, which it should be, and I'm not recommending anyone does this, but if you are going to, your training, your diet, everything needs to be on point. You can't half-ass it. Yes, you will get results, but what's the point? Like, if you're going to do something that's going to harm your body, you might as well get the most out of it. So Cassady Campbell obviously doesn't understand this. Apparently he stays on year round, which is really, really, that's a whole other topic. And he blasts gear with the 500 milligrams of test. And the guy looks worse than a lot of natural lifters. So just something I wanted to talk about. Get this idea out of your head that if you jump on a ton of gear, you're going to get big. And Cassady, man, like, you have to start eating, you have to start doing something. I don't understand. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to make this video because I thought it was kind of interesting. And everyone always does these natty or nots, and they're like, oh, he's under 25. Well, guess what? Actually, statistically, most steroid users have a fat-free mass index of somewhere between 22 and 24. Very, very elite genetics can get above 25 with moderate doses of steroids. Yeah, if you take enough gear, yeah, you're going to get big. But moderate amounts, what the average person in your gym is using, they're going to be under the natural limit. And that's just the reality of it. So things to look for, somebody's on steroids, they're going to be holding a ton of water. If you see enormous increase in strength and size rapidly, that's a pretty good sign. But you have to remember that your genetics is your limiting factor, and you're not going to be. You can't get drugs will help, but if you don't have the genetics to be super muscular and super ripped, you're not going to be super muscular and super ripped. You can't take a shitty physique and make it great with drugs. You can take a bad physique and make it better, maybe if you know what you're doing, or you're just going to make it look worse, a bigger version of bad. But if you have a really good natural physique and you enhance it, then yes, you'll have a better physique. That is just the reality of it. But everyone gets so caught up in, oh, there's just because of steroids, just because of steroids. No, it's not. You still have to work hard and you still have to train hard. And it drives me crazy when people say this because people do not understand. And I can give you a million examples of guys that are on steroids in my gym that look terrible because they think that it's a magic solution. They don't train hard, they don't eat right, and they're just lazy. So if you want a good physique, work hard, train hard, come up with a real program, eat 8 times a day, make sure you're getting your protein in, train hard, lift heavy, don't be a pussy, and you will make gains. Anyway, that's it. That's my little rant. I just thought it was an interesting topic. So appreciate all the support. Comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.